What's up? Rafael Cortez here with less business, more profits. Lean, effective, strategic, and simple business. Let's talk about a principle. I had a really good conversation with a gentleman named Sean Doyle. He's written a book on marketing. He's an expert marketer. We actually launched a whole podcast on this, but I was very intrigued on the principle of the peak and rule in marketing, all right? This is the very simple process that he uses to format and create a very, very effective customer experience, all right? So what is the peak and rule? It sounds like pecan, but it's peak and rule. All right, so in marketing, a lot of times we focus on the logos, we focus on the colors, on the brand and what it's all gonna look, but we totally miss the importance of the message, the importance of actually connecting with that consumer, all right? And it doesn't matter what industry you're in, it happens across the board, all right? So how can you come in and then create that customer experience that's gonna have them coming back to you, that's gonna have them remembering you years after the fact? If you close a transaction with them, how are they gonna remember you a couple of years down the road? So that's where the whole peak and rule of marketing comes in. And I think it's so clever. All right, so the idea of this is to create your marketing or your user experience around the emotion that somebody creates during the peak of their experience with you. For example, if you're at a restaurant, if you own a restaurant, what would be the peak experience that somebody would be having while they're at your establishment? If you own a gym, what would be the peak experience that somebody would be having when they're working out and using your routines? If you're a real estate agent, you do real estate investments, what is the peak experience that somebody is gonna have whenever they're going through your process, through your services, and what does that look like, right? So fine-tuning that and then tapping into that emotional side of that peak experience. So that's the first part, right? So if it's for example, we'll keep it simple. Let's talk about a restaurant. Your peak experience may not be the great dish. It may be the feeling that somebody gets when they're being proposed to at the restaurant, right? So you create a feeling, a memory, an anecdote after that. And you focus your marketing efforts on that portion of it. Now, the end part, it's really the most important one. What are people gonna walk away with when they're done using your services? How are they gonna remember you 2 years down the road when they are done using your services and they don't, they've used your services, they don't need you anymore. How are they gonna remember you? What is that experience like, okay? And the word here is experience. You have to create that connection. You have to create that point of reference where somebody feels like they had an experience and it was a great experience for them, because that's really how they're gonna remember you. They're not gonna remember everything that you did from day 1 to day 45. They're not gonna remember that. What they're gonna remember is gonna be whatever happened on that peak moment when they were going through the experience, and then they're gonna remember the end experience. So what happened after they got done using your services? So mind the peak and rule whenever you're creating your strategic marketing plan, and you're really focusing on having that solid customer experience that you want to have for your business, that you need to have in order to have clients return time and time again. So follow the peak and rule, design the peak of the experience, and then design what you want them to have as an end experience, all right? Peak and rule, peak and experience. Number 1, design the peak. Number 2, design the end of it, and focus your marketing efforts around that as you're building your strategic marketing plan for your business. Stay focused, you got this.